Hey, how did you feel when you lost all the control you thought you had over me? How does that make you feel? Did you... did you really think I was conquerable? Did you really think that I was the submissive type or the dominant type just by itself? No. You forgot that there's a third type called the switch. And the switch can play both power dynamics. And if a switch knows that, a switch knows who they are completely, they can play both worlds. They can convert you to become a switch, to be the submissive or the dominant whenever they so choose. You see, the power dynamic was always in the switch's hand. It was never the submissive or the dominant. Those really can never be fully dominant because they do not see the truth. The truth is, everything can change. Everything has a weakness, and everything is conquerable. But only with both sides of a coin can they truly excel and feel whole, full of desire and remorse. Only with pain and love can you truly, fully feel everything around you. So when you get that arousal that you don't know, that you can't quite put your finger on, oh yeah, something you did not expect, something that you did not expect is exactly what you need. Because if you expect something and you can predict the outcome, you can never come. You can never release. You can never have that release intention. You see, that's the power dynamic. If you can predict, if you can have your way all the time, then you'll never be free. You'll never release all that tension you have inside of you and all that anxiety. And that is where switches excel. I did a lot of research in power dynamics because I was very interested, But in reality, the real power lies in the one who knows how the body works and how the mind works better than the other. But if you can find two people that work very well together, it doesn't matter the power dynamic. And switches can switch and become what the other desires and adapt and change all kinds of ways to fit the mold of this dominant or submissive. So does that make more sense to you, my dear? Do you see why now you had and never had any control over something that you did not understand? In fact, now you probably understand why it is that your plans have failed. Your plans to completely control and devour me. But in reality, I can change the power dynamic at will. I can say, yes, I'll eat you. Or I can say, I will devour you. I can listen to you. And I can say, no, whenever I want. And that is why you desire me. That is why you desire everything that I encompass. Because I am the key to unlocking your best orgasm. But unfortunately, it takes time to learn what it is that makes you trigger, right? What it is that makes you speak. And now that you know the truth of all that your desires have led you to believe that everything was false, everything that you once thought agreeable is now discerning and discomforting because you know all that power you think you have, all that worth you think you have. I am the controller of it. You see, a switch is like a controller. You can press all the buttons. I can press all your buttons whenever I want. But I do have a requirement because it is the submissive side of me. If this makes sense, ask. If you ask, I will give you the world. If you desire it, I can give you it all. You see, when you understand yourself, understand exactly who you are, what you are, there's no stopping your excitement, your destiny, right? There's no stopping it. It's just gonna flow like a waterfall. It's just going to devour you, inside and out, until you realize that the dominant never had the power. The submissive was never in control of anything, right? But in reality, submissives are the ones in control, and the dominants think they have control because they need the control. But a switch, a switch can see the weaknesses, see the crooks, see the kinks, and maneuver in such a way that you would never expect. Yes, maybe some things are predictable. Yes, maybe some things are unchangeable. However, look at you right now. Look at your feelings. Think on that, my dear. Think on it real clearly. See, that control you desire so much, that affection you desire so much, it speaks loudly, so loudly, because you desire the attention, you desire the love, you desire it all. Yet you think you're dominant, but in reality you're the submissive one. See, submissives want control and want to be controlled, or something like that, right? Submissives like to be controlled. So, why is it that you think you are in control? You ever question that? If the submissive has a power over your release, right? Because you need to see them. You need to feel in control. Then aren't you really the submissive one? Just some food for thought. Later. And it's always going to be later when you realize the truth of how pathetic you are in my eyes, and how weak and submissive you actually are. Yet, I still find it beautiful and seductive. See, that's the difference between a submissive and a switch. I will dominate you, because I know I will. Dominants think they have control. Switches know they have control. And I have you right in the palm of my hand, just as you have me, or at least a part of me, inside that tiny little mind you have, that still has yet to see all the stars in the sky, that still has yet to see the real truth, that all that power you seek, all that dynamic, right, that you want, in reality, it's not what you want. You want to be dominated. You want to be taken control of. You want to lose your inhibitions. And you will. With me, I will grant you all that you desire, all that you want, because I have no fear. I am the fear.